For coming to my channel. I am Jackie Horton, your wellness and health specialist. I am here to promote wellness and good health.
The real you is breathing down your neck, begging you to manifest. It's got to be a lifestyle change. When you shift your paradigm, when you shift your thinking, only then what you see in your head, you will hold in your hand.
Hi, and thank you for joining me today. It is Mental Health Monday. I am Jackie Horton. Welcome to my channel. I am your virtual wellness and health specialist. And again, welcome. So as always, I do talk about different ways mental health displays itself when people are having troubles. So for today, I just kind of want to talk about when do you know when it's time to talk? Yeah, when do you know it's time to talk to a specialist, a professional? I think I can say we've all been in that place where we sort of consider it, or we sort of thought that, talking to friends and family was enough, but then the struggles continue to feel too heavy. And so I kind of wanted to give general ideas of when to know when to talk. Usually when the person finds a deep longing for something, or when the person is feeling a deep void of something real for a long time. And a long time could be as short as 2 weeks, 3 weeks to, many years. What I found when I work in my practice is the loneliness is one of the sure ways of a person realizing that he or she needs to talk to someone. Certainly the lack of effort can come across as someone feeling or being just not very active, but usually that is a sign that something is within is causing the heaviness and the lack of desire to do anything differently. So I like to look at it as the 3 E's: lack of effort, energy, and enthusiasm are ways to check yourself and measure yourself and know that it's time to talk. A sense of sadness, a sense of loss of interest. Sometimes interest has never been developed, and then that also brings on a sense of loss as well, if that makes sense. Never been fully developed and never finding an identity that's yours and that you can walk into as well as become. Obviously a disarray of appearances is definitely an indication to kind of explore more what's going on with a person. The disconnect from familiar places and people. Another thing is blocking or dismissing any forms of encouragement, any deep love, any affection. And it's just the way people have described it. It's like I feel like I'm in a dark cloud, a very dark cloud. It's what I see, is what I feel, is what I experience pretty much all the time. So it's always better to know when it's time to talk is when you stop talking. And I can't stress that more. When you stop talking, when you stop acknowledging you and what you're experiencing, that's when you need to run in and know it's time to talk. Because the thoughts start to create thoughts and create more thoughts. And then the behavior starts to follow the thoughts that comes from your inability or your lack of readiness to reach out. So there's 3 ways that you can reach out and let people know that you're going to talk. I believe that there's a trusted person in everybody's life that could help walk with them. Coming in to talk to a professional, like a clinical therapist, it's not an easy path. It's not an easy approach. It's not an easy way. Unless you've sort of done it, before, you know what it's like. But if this is your first time walking in that door and hearing your voice share pains that you've experienced, that you are experiencing, is two things. It's very, very hard, but it's also bringing so much anxiety. Then the other thing that comes up when I'm working with people is that they have learned to really minimize what they're experiencing and minimize the effect that it had on them. So it's almost like they are self-talking within while they're talking to me, and giving the impression that they're not sure why they showed up to talk anyway. So here's what I would say to you. If any of those things are happening, then it probably is time to talk to somebody, a professional, somebody. And the other thing I would say to you is that if you give yourself the first 6 weeks of just going in and just releasing, what's been on your heart and what's been on your mind, usually after the first few sessions, the change that you wanted starts to be the change that you experience. One of my favorite quotes is that, you can always begin again. So that's when it's time to talk, so you can begin again. Thank you. Have a great one. Bye-bye.